Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Average Joe's, where you're perfect just the way you are. But today we're going to discuss, or I've been asked, quite a bit about National. I did go to National this year only because it was in my literal backyard. It was in Chicago slash Rosemont. So basically, you get off the plane and you're literally in Rosemont anyway. I think Rosemont sold the property to Chicago for the airport. So O'Hare is literally right next to Rosemont, and Rosemont's one of those cities where it's basically like Chicago politics. The Stevensons basically run and own the town. They're elected to the leadership board every year, but they actually do it right. The town is super, super nice. Um, they have, they have the casino there. They have the convention center there. They have a huge outlet mall there. A lot of businesses there. A lot of hotels, obviously. A lot of restaurants. So they do it up really well. And on top of that, they treat the residents very well. That may be the only city I've ever known or heard of where there's an actual waiting list of people that want to move there, because what happens is, because of all the commercial and everything, um, Rosemont actually repays their residents the property taxes that they pay. So that is a really nice, um, really nice thing. A lot of money. People appreciate that stuff. So like I said, they do it up really well. They're not like, you know, right across the street in Chicago, where they let crime be rampant and charge $200 for a little city sticker that you have to get every year or anything like that. Rosemont is the way to do it. That being said, in the convention, again, I'm sure you guys have seen and heard a lot. It was awesome, and it was a bit of a letdown at the same time. Well, I'll explain. Well, the awesome part is just seeing a lot of the memorabilia there. I'm sure, if you guys watch the videos, I think some like heritage auctions, just the stuff that you've dreamed of, that you've never seen before, like the Babe Ruth signed baseball, and I mean it was so clear. It was, some of the autographs get faded, especially like Babe Ruth and them, from going on close to 100 years now. Some of the stuff gets faded, but like they had that, and then they had the 9.5 Mickey Mantle. So you see a lot of that stuff, and it's just very awe-inspiring, and it's um, so that was pretty cool. And then just being the collector nerd that most of us are, um, there was a lot of like Star Trek, Captain Kirk, like his green uniform or whatever, and Mr. Spock. Then just a lot of stuff like that. You saw some of the Detective Comics, Batman #1. I mean, just stuff that you can really, as a collector, you can really, really appreciate. Um, but again, unless for me, unless the National is in somewhere very close to you, and unless you have a channel that is monetized and you can write off the trip on your channel, I wouldn't go. Otherwise, I mean, it was still pretty It was $30 for the ticket, and it was $15 just to park, so it was $45 just to get there. Um, and inside, the prices, unless you're a well-known, um, YouTuber or influencer, they really weren't. The prices weren't that negotiable. A lot of people are just like, yeah, this is what it's going for on eBay, or this is the best I can do, blah blah blah. And I even went on a Saturday, which was the day before the last day of the whole show, thinking that I would probably find some better prices, but that wasn't the case. But again, it was really neat because some of these vendors had more than just cards. Some places had bats, some had jerseys, some had newspaper clippings and stuff like that, and just oddball stuff that was just really really cool. But again, like I said, the prices weren't super negotiable, so you weren't gonna find anything that you couldn't find on eBay. Um, and then, like I said, it was neat to see. Some of these vendors, they would have, uh, you know, um, 30, 50 cards of Mickey Mantle from the early 50s, and like they'd have the case there, the glass case, and I mean they'd have 5 or 6 of them. Each one probably had $1 million worth of cards in them. All the stuff that you could ever imagine. I mean, you could probably go there and if you're looking for a 2018 Shohei Ohtani rookie autograph out of 25, you could probably go there and buy 20 of the 25 of them if you had enough time to walk around. And yes, it was one of the bigger ones, but a lot of the booths were a lot. A lot of the sections were breakers. So the whole time these guys are sitting there breaking. I visited some of the big guys, obviously Topps, eBay, and I was very disappointed in the fact that they weren't selling their national exclusive packs. You actually either had to buy, basically you had to buy stuff. So they did give out some of the packs to some of the other vendors, and the vendors were selling them. So I saw like the Panini Gold pack, or not the gold pack, but the silver packs. Some of the vendors were selling them for like $40 a pack, and you get like 2 cards out of it. They were selling the Topps national exclusive packs for like $70, and that was like 4 or 5 cards from the Bowman. So again, you get the prospects, you don't know what you're gonna get, and so forth. So basically, for Leaf, for Wild Card, for Topps, and for Panini, you had to buy their stuff, and basically for a certain amount, you'd have to, they would give you a pack. So like, for instance, like Topps, you would quote unquote trade the wrappers, and you had X amount of wrappers would get you one. So people were buying cases, buying stuff by the cases, and the smart ones would buy cases of the regular stuff and bring it in, while some of the other people would buy cases of the jumbo packs and have less packs, or they would buy cases of like signature series and have even less. So again, you'd spend a couple $100 for one pack. The same with Panini. Leaf was the same thing. I liked the Leaf higher end stuff, but again, basically it was $200 for a Leaf exclusive, 1/1, and they had so many quote unquote 1/1s. I kind of fear what you would eventually get. Would I pull a Trey Sweeney or something something else, a Melvin Mora or Ketel Marte 1-of-1 autograph for $200. After I bought I like the Lee Vibrant baseball. So that was kind of the disappointing parts, and I got some swag. eBay, you can see, gives you a stand and some semi-rigids. Got some art stuff. Got some stuff that I sent to Cardwolf. Cardwolf is a good friend. And I know he likes opening the older stuff, so you guys may have seen the video like a week or two ago from a Monday. Got him some stuff. And then I got myself some stuff. Actually, Wildcard I found was kind of, they don't have the greatest cards, but they had the best deal. Basically, for every $100 that you spent, you got to pick the black or white matte card. So that's the card that came out of there. Again, this is 5 of 5, and this is a backup for the Lions. And I did open this on video. Let's see. Here's the box. This is the brand new baseball stuff. So this is the box, and it was pretty cool. It was 5-card draw. So this one's a 1-of-1. Then Zer Guzman. This is a 2-of-2. 3-of-3. 3-of-4. And a 2-of-5. So these are all pretty decent prospects. So I was pretty happy with that stuff. Got a few other things, but nothing really worth mentioning. This was kind of cool. Overall, like I said, it was a great experience. Again, it's not something that I would pay a lot of money for to travel to. It was in my backyard. Some of the other kind of disappointing stuff that I noticed is that, walking through Topps and that stuff, looking through their stuff, Topps and Panini and stuff, I saw a bunch of very high-end cards in their booths. Like recent stuff, like Shohei Ohtani autograph 1-of-1s and, Mike Trout autograph 1-of-1s. So, kind of makes me wonder if they're even putting that type of stuff into their, kind of supply, or if they're holding that stuff back and for themselves or for their friends or for, whoever. So like I said, I just wonder where they got those cards from, because it was like the high end stuff, like the Sterling and the triple threads and stuff like that. High end cards. Where like an autograph and relic and all that good stuff. And excuse me. So like I said, that was kind of a disappointing look, for the simple fact that it seems like very good chance they're holding back the good stuff to give away for certain things. That was disappointing, and the other thing that I kind of realized that was disappointing was, obviously the Breakers did, obviously paid for their tables and whatnot, and, they were basically filming all day, but they would, basically buy their stuff directly from, Topps and them. Excuse me. So, again, the 80-20 rule is that 20% of these people, these breakers, who technically probably weren't even spending any of their own money, were getting 80% of the um, national packs, and they're probably turning around and selling them themselves. So they would buy a $500 box, and get maybe one or two or three of these packs, and if they were selling them for $70, after the national, they could probably double that and sell it for $150. So like I said, the breaker thing is good, but unfortunately, like we've seen before, these guys buying the cases, get the special, get the special, cards like we saw with the Topps Chrome last year. They get those special packs, but they don't give them out to the people that actually, obviously with breakers, there's so many people on the break, you can't really decide. So they can just sell it themselves. And I saw a lot of that going on because I saw lots of piles being stashed away. Some other things about the Nationals. Again, if you're just if you're just an average collector, this is, I wouldn't say not come because, like I said, the nostalgia thing and seeing a lot of this stuff. But these are, some hardcore collectors here. These guys had stacks of cash, walk around with stacks of cash, walk around with, and then they had briefcases, full of graded cards and whatnot. So some of these guys were super serious. I saw one guy walk around with 4 Ohtani PSA 10 graded cards that were all autographed. So those are probably pretty high end stuff. So again, like I said, unless you have a channel that's monetized and you can write off the trip, I wouldn't spend a lot of money. I would save your money, buy something. But if it's in your area, I would definitely go. Just for the nostalgia factor, seeing a lot of the stuff. So, overall, I had a great experience, great time. The AC did go out, so there were some areas where it got a little musty. Had to kind of leave the area for fear of throwing up. But besides that, it was a fun trip, or a fun time. I wouldn't say trip, because it was only like a 30-minute drive for me from where I'm at. Like I said, it was great for the most part. But I'm not gonna make a yearly thing unless it's in Chicago. And if you're really looking to buy something, you probably gotta go a couple days because there's so much stuff there. And get a map and mark down what you see so you know where to go back later on. That was my mistake. And they got food and all that good stuff there. They even had sushi and stuff like that, which is kind of weird, but whatever. Anyways, that is my spiel about the National. Overall, a great time. Like I said, I'm kind of disappointed in the big guys that they weren't giving out more swag, or they weren't letting you buy the exclusive packs and whatnot. You had to buy, you had to spend $200, $300, $400 just to get the stupid pack. So that was disappointing. But it is what it is. That's the way they want to do business. That's their prerogative. Anyways, thanks for watching. As always, please subscribe to like and let me know what you think.